Hi everyone, my name is Marina Rizzo and I'm a teacher at Spoken Learning. And today I'm going to talk to you about an important function inside our brains that gets activated when we start learning another language. And first of all, I wanted to tell you that, we provide private lessons, private Spanish lessons for both children and adults starting from 5 years old. So now you know if you have a kid around your house or in your house. It could be your, I don't know, your nephew, your son, your daughter, or any kid that you have there, and you can enroll them to learn Spanish with us. All of us teachers at Spoken Learning, we are native speakers of Spanish. Therefore, you're going to have like the best vocabulary words, like the actual vocabulary words that we use in the countries that speak Spanish. So yeah, also you can enroll if you're like an older person, if you're an adult, you can also enroll because we also teach adults. We teach basically everyone starting from 5 years old to maybe 100 years old. So now you know it, you can just call that number or text the number that's right there in the banner to schedule a private lesson. So we're going to start with today's topic, which is pretty interesting. Last week I was reading about that topic and it's it's a pretty cool thing because I'm going to talk to you about the executive function of the brain. So it's more than just like learning a language and learning how to use the right words. It's a lot more than that. So, yes, I'm going to start with today's topic. And what happens inside your brain when you start learning a new language? Like a lot of experts have been asking themselves this question, like what happens to the brain? What happens inside the brain when we learn a new language? So basically, a lot of things happen, but today I'm going to talk to you about a specific thing called the executive function. So the executive function is a skill, it's a series of skills that allow you to control and direct your attention. Like you take away from your brain like the unnecessary information and you just like clean it up in order to have like better thoughts. Okay. So it directs and focuses your attention towards what's important and just like discards anything that's irrelevant. So that's basically the executive function. You could define it like that, like, yeah, a function or a series of skills and abilities that just allow you to control and focus your attention, which is super important in life. This happens because bilingual people have the ability to switch between languages in almost an automatic way, especially when kids, for example, start learning Spanish at a very early age. They can basically change from one language to the other like en segundos. Entonces pueden estar cambiando y de repente están hablando español and then they go back to English. That's the executive function. Okay? So basically that happens with bilingual people and or people who speak like who talk like more than one language. So the ability of switching between languages in an automatic way is a part of the executive function. So yeah, our brain just like discards what's not important for that system, for that like linguistic system, if you want to call it like that, and just brings out the tools and the things that you actually need to communicate in another language. So it's awesome what our brains can do when we learn something new. And it's also the ability to handle interferences between languages. So basically, when we learn a language, it's just like you take the words from that language that you need to communicate a certain idea. And basically, people who are bilingual don't have like interferences. What's an interference? It's when you know one language, like for example, in my case, Spanish, and I learned English. And the interference would be if I were like talking, if I was talking like to you in Spanish, and sometimes I just like switched to English and just like forgot the word. That can happen quite often. But this executive function basically will give us the tools to avoid that from happening. Entonces, la habilidad de evitar la interferencia entre dos idiomas es parte de la función ejecutiva. Entonces, si yo estoy hablando en español, no voy a estar mezclando palabras del inglés. ¿Por qué? Porque mi cerebro está funcionando en español, básicamente. Y si yo necesito decir algo en inglés y necesito switch, si necesito hacer un cambio to English, I can just take the words from that system and use them however I need them. Okay, so that's basically the executive function. And it's a function that allows you to say the right things or the right words at the right time. So you're not like making some mistakes. Like I don't know. I want to say that um, I need a table. Like I need to buy a table, and I forget like the word or I say it in Spanish. So if I didn't have that executive function, I would be just like mixing up words that made absolutely no sense. So it's basically that function. The executive function is the one that allows us to say the right words at the right time and make sense basically when we're talking when we're speaking in another language to another person. So that's just like a summary of the executive function. I find this like amazing because our brains can change a lot and they're amazing. The human brain is amazing. And well, this is one of the functions that we have when we know more than one language. And well, that would be pretty much it for today. So, if you have any comments, any questions, or you want to know something more about this executive function, for example, you can just leave your comments in the comment section. And well, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and to follow us in all of our social media. Remember that we have all of them from TikTok to YouTube. Okay, so if you think that this is useful for someone that you know, you can just share this video with them and just like um, yeah, spread the word about the executive function with your friends and family. Muchas gracias por escuchar esto y bueno, nos vemos otro día. I'll see you some other day. Thank you so much. And well, don't forget that you can schedule your first private lesson by calling to the number that's right there in the banner. And you can enroll from if you're 5 years old and you're watching this, which I don't think that it's like the case. Well, you can just enroll your kids, your nephew, your sister, I don't know, anyone that you think that could start learning Spanish. And also we teach adults, and all of the classes are one-on-one by native speakers of Spanish. And you can just call or text that number to schedule your first private lesson of Spanish. Thank you so much, and that would be pretty much it for today. I'll see you some other day. Bye.